Well, alright. Welcome to another one of BumpmyStump's World of Tanks console videos. How about that? It's not a replay. It's just what it is. It's update 3.5 vehicle changes. We're not going to do the vehicle changes yet. We're going to go through the actual War of Nations incoming. Some new things. It's a typical, a little different update, I guess, a little bit. Yeah. At least instead of throwing out a bunch of new content that's not really needed at the point, at least I'm trying to do a little bit. War of Nations will have you rethinking tanks. Yeah. The one big thing is this vehicle physics. Right off the bat. Transforms how vehicles traverse the battlefield. Now you can skid, slide, and flip, plus perform maneuvers previously impossible. So you get oops, let's go back. It's not going to show it. Don't know where it went. But, actually, you know something? How would I just do this? I bet you it comes back up now. Yes, it does. Alright. You'll see in the video here. Oh, sound sucks. But he's going to come flying across here, and you'll see he's almost floating. He bounces. That happens constantly anyways, but this doesn't. So you're going to be able to roll over. Cool. So when you make mistakes, you'll be able to roll over. Then you'll see this one. You'll see as the big old mamma jamma comes up behind another tank that's sitting there dead. You don't drive around stuff, you drive through it. So that's cool right there. That's some cool physics. I like that. So we like that one. But I don't like this right here. That's because suspensions now fully react to terrain. Be careful, with enough speed you can flip your own vehicle. To help with unintentional flips, we've added a self-righting mechanism that will automatically right you or your vehicle after 10 seconds. No. And that right there is added just because there's a bunch of kids playing this version. I want the physics. I want to be able to slide. I want to be able to handbrake. I want to be able to flip if I make a mistake. And I want to be mad when I flip and be like, oh, God. And hope that, my team still wins out. I don't want this thing to automatically flip me back over. And if it's going to do that, it should be more than 10 seconds. Because if you flip, you were stupid enough to make that mistake. Me shooting at you should have enough time to pretty much kill you if you flipped. Do you understand? That's my opinion anyways. You shouldn't all of a sudden just flip back over and off you go. That's just... No, that's... I love the fact that they're adding physics. That right there is to appease the little kids that want to run around and roll over and laugh, and it's just going to add chaos to the game, because for the first at least few weeks, there's going to be people running around just flipping over for the heck of it, just for the fun of it. I'm going to automatically flip back over, so yay! If they didn't add that, you'd still have those people, but they might do it once or twice and be like, yeah, ha, 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 and that would be it. They wouldn't want to, bother to get into a game. And it might be a few bad apples that keep on doing it. But if you're going to automatically be flipped back over in 10 seconds, people are going to be doing that. Kids are going to be doing that constantly. You're going to get a 7-year-old, watch this, flip. Watch this, flip. So you do something good wargaming, and then you totally fuck it up. At least that's my opinion. They've also added a handbrake option that will allow you to perform new maneuvers. Use handbrake to halt one or both of the tracks while on the move. I don't know how's that gonna work with a controller. Top buttons? They have changed the button mapping? I don't understand it. But we'll find out, I guess. Sharp braking and U-turns. Great for light vehicles. Great for spotting vehicles. Lights. You'll be able to fast mediums. Change direction quick. That'd be kind of good. But sharp turns on tank destroyers and artillery is not enabled. You use the handbrakes for quick stops, but you can't spin. So, New map variants and updates. New variants. South Coast Rain. Okay, I don't mind rain. Whatever. El Haluf War. Fail. Why? Why more war maps? We got enough variants now with rain, windstorms, snowstorms, every tornadoes or tsunamis or whatever. Why war variants? No one really likes them. And I like most maps. I'm usually the person saying, "Oh, leave Wargaming alone. The more maps, the better." But war variants, even I don't really like them. It's just there's a at the first when they first started coming out with them, I was okay with it because it added more different aspects to maps we already had, which would give us more variety. Now we have so many maps, you don't need those. You just don't need them. With the wind and the tornadoes or whatever, and the snowstorms and the blizzards, and you don't need the war variants anymore. Take them out. Just my opinion. Updated maps: Siegfried Line, War, and Mines and Province. The old HD art on these maps have been replaced. Okay, so really, they just updated them slightly. They didn't really... Same map, a little bit better graphics. Updated tactical minimap. Now, this kind of gets me happy. This gets my jollies going, boys and girls. Speaking of maps, we updated the minimap. What they've done is they've added an auto-detect circle right here. So anything in this area, you can auto-detect and you can be auto-detected. Awesome. Detectability range circle. Now they've given you the full circle, which is as far as your vehicle will detect something. Awesome. Gun direction line, which we had for a little while there, then they took it back out. But that tells you where your gun is pointing. And then you have this cone here, this light blue. I think it should be a different color so it's easier to make out. But that right there is where you'll spot someone. If there's a tank in this area right here, you will spot them. So if there's a tank right here, you won't know it. They could be looking at you, and you won't see them if your turret's not turned a little bit more to the left. Awesome. View range cone. That's what I was just talking about, the view range cone. So this is as far as you can see. That's what you will pick up. So, it's... Yeah, I think it's a good thing. I think with our mini-maps being so small, it's going to be hard to use, but we'll see. Tank gallery view. Whether it be a brand new tank you just unlocked or another mark of excellence, sometimes you want to flaunt what you got. Press and hold left trigger and left 2 in the garage to enable tank gallery. You get a clean look at your war machines without the garage HUD for top-notch screenshots. Okay. That sounds kind of cool, maybe. I'm still waiting for the ability, because I have 160 or 170 tanks now, I'm waiting for the ability to mothball tanks. I want to be able to say, there's tanks that I don't ever play. There's and I keep them because, I don't like selling them. I don't know why. I just keep them. There's no sense of selling a tank once you bought it because you don't get your money back, and it's just so. Excuse me. With that, I want the option. I know right now you can sort them and you can have your favorites. I don't want my favorites because I don't always play just my favorites. So if I put 30 tanks in my favorites, that you've just added 30 tanks. I want to take about 60 tanks out of my garage. I want to still own them, but I want to mothball them. I want to put them in their separate little garage so they don't ever show up unless I go to that. Just add a tab to your, like you have favorites and you have your different nations you can look at now. Just add a tab mothball, and you can add tanks to the mothball tab, which means storage, whatever, storage. You don't ever see them in your garage unless you pull them back out. I'm still waiting for that. People with a ton of tanks, I think, could get a use out of it. At least I know I could. Download size, Xbox One will be almost 5 gigabytes. 360 will be 1.12 gigabytes. So how do they get all this new stuff with just that much? Yeah, I would say with the 360, I'm sorry guys, but you're probably going to get your graphics even more. But hey, whatever. And the PlayStation is 4.5 gigabytes. So let's go over this really quick. New features, server-side physics. Basically, we already talked about that. Handbrake, we talked about that. Minimap, we already talked about that. Stationary camera support for spectators. That sounds interesting. Proving grounds and tutorial missions. Ammunition pickups are added. So you can pick up ammunition in your tutorial and proving grounds. Yeah. Do you really need that? Vehicle, that scares me that's going to bring in that type of crap to the actual game. Yeah, if you drive over there, you could pick up more ammo. Or you could pick up a repair thing. I don't want that. It's just, I'm worried that that's going to lead to stuff we don't need. Vehicle gallery view, I already said that. Vehicle balance, 108 vehicles updated to HD collision models. As a result of the update, HD models now and how vehicles are built from hundreds of files, there are numerous minor cosmetic issues. These issues are being fixed as quickly as possible and be in the next update. So, what that means is they're releasing an update that's not done. There's all kinds of issues. Want to just postpone the update for another couple weeks and get your best guys just cracking on it, for 20 hours a day and fix them. Because it's easier just to release this and wait till the next update, I guess. Then they can say in the next update, we fixed this and we fixed that, and it gives the next update a list of stuff they fixed. Yeah, but shouldn't you have fixed it on the last update when you put all this new stuff in? Should have been fixed then. Shady. Whatever. Xbox One and PS4 added HDR calibration screen. Only available to HDR-enabled consoles connected to an HDR-supported display device. Okay. That's me. I think. Pretty sure. Map, South Coast Rain. So we don't get any new maps. We just get a rain variant, a war variant, an updated war variant. Mine's updated with new HDR. Providence updated with new HDR. So basically, no new maps or anything. So... boo. Additional features. Overlord Assault Mode has been rebalanced and added to random battles. So they added an Assault Mode to Overlord. Okay. Scorpion Pass Encounter Mode spawns moved for balance. Alright. Ridge. Team Destruction Mode spawns moved for balance. Corellia Assault. Move base and spawns for balance. Improvements made to the new player experience. Remove prop tank gun collision. Whatever that means. Prop tank gun collision? Reduce brick piles around buildings. Removed objects and debris piles. Adjusted higher plane audio. Adjusted premium supply. Text gold added for consumer equipment max. Guess so, whatever that is. Change platoon. Create disband flow. Okay. Updated destructible FX. Thread texture FX updated. Updated muzzle flash. Yeah, muzzle flash update would be kind of cool. Compass minimap scale adjusted to 445 meters. Yeah, that might be better. Armor, that means bigger, I believe. I think that means it's bigger than what it was. Armor viewer, which might make me use the compass again. I use the minimap because the square one because it shows the whole game. If the compass minimap showed more, a lot more, like half of the map or a little bit over half of the map, I might go back to that because I do like how it moves. I always did like that. However, I like seeing the whole map too, so yeah, I probably wouldn't go back, but yeah, maybe. Armor viewer improvements to colorblind options. Yay, because I be some colorblind. Added camera shake to artillery explosions. That'd be cool if you're an artillery player. New platoon icon. We really needed that one. Added platoon creation, cooldown animation, whatever. Improved kill feed. Now that sounds good. That they'll probably give you the name of the person again, or what the tank was that killed you. Bug fixes. Change garage door hole fixed. Garage door hole fixed. Didn't know there was a hole in the door. Adjusted wooden ramp collision for easy travel. Yep. Water no longer goes the opposite direction of the wind. Green thumb image fix. Yep. Mud flaps are no longer wiggly bits. I want to see the dirt a lot smaller that flies up behind the tank. Let's see if we find that. Exhaust destruction fixed. Okay, I didn't know you could destruct exhaust. I don't understand that. Proving grounds. Press B circle to cancel Q. Correctly works, yeah. Team training players can rejoin team training rooms through player profiles after leaving. Module viewer. New views. Viewports are now displayed when selecting crew components. Okay, yep. Yeah, this is all just UI. New text correctly displays names. Russian localization detected fixed. Days left banner is fixed. Fix attacks from repair and damaged vehicle without enough silver. Yeah, that's just random little fixes. Okay, let's get to the vehicles. Now I opened up another page here that I think gives all the vehicle changes. Which one do I want to? Oh, let's go through this one. Do I want to go through? Nah, that's too much. We'll just go through the basic one. 201 black, fixed destroyed state. Okay, Blitzen, lights now removed when destroyed. Hidden stug, fixed side armor. Yep. Fixed destroyed state with the black. Fixed destroyed state with another black tank. All the black tanks, they fix that. Tiger 31. So that's all stuff that should have been fixed before they were put into the game, but you know. Reasons. AMX 105. Fixed firing animation. Okay, that's kind of cool. Yep. Okay, so these are all the little fixes. These aren't the adjustments and stuff. Fixed. Moved emblem description location to the hull. Type 4 heavy. Remove tarps in the rear deck. Yeah, that's all just basic stuff. 50 Fox, yeah. Updated tank names. So they changed some tank names. T92 to T92 HMC. L tractor to the LTR. Tiger P to GW Tiger P. So they changed a few of the names there. You know, that's, yeah, whatever. Not a big deal. Improved performance on wide park. Remove trees sticking out of a rock. Redshire, adjusted lighting. Yeah, that's all just, yeah. Fix issues with destroyed buildings. Nothing big right there. Xbox 360. Okay, so let's go on to here. These will be the tank changes. 122 Type 68 round. The damage was gone from 465 to 530 average. Which, you know, that's kind of good. Especially seeing the WZ 111 1-4. It says it has like a 600, and I think don't quote me on this, but I think a 630 high damage, and I never saw over a 550 in it. So, T34-3 gets that buff. T34-3 black gets that buff. 112 gets that buff. IS-2, IS-10, I mean 110, and the T34-2. So, they all get that buff with the bigger gun, with the 122 round. So that's always good. NC-31, I don't care. Vickers, I don't care. WZ-131, people might care about that one. The turret 2 gets shot dispersion during the turret rotation is lower, so that's better. After shot dispersion 2 to 4, so that's worse. I'm pretty sure from 2 to 4. Yeah, that's worse. Shot dispersion while damaged is a 4, so your dispersion after you shoot gets a lot bigger now. But when you're rotating your turret, it gets smaller. Go figure. T-34-2 aim time goes down. Maximum gun depression goes better. So better max gun depression, better aim time. Better aim time on that gun too, so that's good. T-34 black. 34-3 gun depression goes to 5. That's better. The 121, I think this might be where they do the 113 too. That's gonna be kind of good. Terrain resistance goes a little bit better all the way across the board. Yeah, a little bit better terrain resistance on the 121, and the gun depression goes from 3 to 3. So everything, that's a buff on that one too. The 121 is buffed completely. Slight buffs, but they're buffs. Terrain resistance goes 1-2, 1-1, 1-3, 1-2. So the terrain resistance on the 113 is buffed. Shot dispersion, vehicle movement is buffed. Shot dispersion during vehicle rotation is buffed. Gun depression is buffed. So the 113 gets 4 buffs in there. That's always good because it needs it. France, we don't care about that stuff. They're all FTC, we don't care about that. D1, we don't care about that. At least I don't care about that. So guess what? If you care about that, go read this page. Because I don't. AMX M445, hull health increased by 80. Turret 1 health increased by 20. So the turret and the hull on the MX M445 gets health increased in the turrets and hulls. The turrets and hull. AMX 12T resistance hard. So that one goes better. It's a buff for the terrain resistance. Shot dispersion is better, so that's the AMX 12T gets chassis 1 gets a buff. Chassis 2 1-1, it gets a buff too. 2-3, yep, that's all a buff. So the AMX 12-ton gets a buff right straight across. Chassis 1, that's buffed. The 1375 is buffed. Chassis 2 is buffed. The gun is buffed. So that's, you know, them are all buffed right there. The 20 AMX Chaffee, fuel tank heavy equals average. I don't understand what that means. Fuel tank heavy equals average? I don't know. No idea. It's something to do with the fuel tank? No idea. Lorraine 40-ton, 100mm gun. Aim time gets a buff. The Bat Chat, aim time gets a buff on both guns. Germany, let's see, the Los Tractor. Yeah. Again, if I'm flipping through this stuff and you want to read it, power to you. Go to the website and look it up. I'm just going with the tier 7s and 8s and 9s, stuff that, you know, Tiger 2, there we go. Let's see the Tiger Ferdinand. Let's start with Ferdinand. The reload time is buffed on the Ferdinand on the 128mm. Turret 2 on the Tiger 2 gets an accuracy buff with the 105 L52, and it gets an accuracy buff with the L68. So both guns there get a buff. E75, maximum gun depression is buffed on the E75 with the 88mm, with the 105mm, and with the 105 L68. So that's all turret 1. I'll get a buff on the gun depression. And with the L68, with the second turret too, they all get buffed. So that's good. Leopard PTA, shot dispersion during vehicle movement is buffed. Both of them is buffed. On both chassis, the dispersion of the gun is buffed. Turret 2, rotation speed goes down. No, goes up a little bit. So you get a buff on the rotation speed. Health increased by 50. So that's, you get a buff on the health increase. Aim time is better, 2.1 against 2.3, 0.1614. So complete buff across the board on the Turret 2 on the Leopard PTA. So that gets buffed. GWE 100, invisibility while moving goes from 0.14 to 0.048. That's a pretty big difference. Stationary is 0.028 to 0.096. Invisibility after shot. So that gets that right there. Some people aren't really too happy about that one, if I'm not mistaken. That's the lower number is better, isn't it? On camo and stuff. I'm pretty sure lower number is better. So if that's not good, I don't think. I don't pay much attention to camo values and stuff. The actual figures, I've never really. So sue me on that one. But I'm pretty sure that's a nerf, I think. So people might not be too happy on that one. But I could be wrong. Maybe a higher number is better, but I don't think so. Pretty sure lower number is better on that. So Jagdpanzer 100, view range is drop 10. So yeah, invisibility after shot goes down. See, so that one with a 17mm is a buff. 0.8 to 0.11. The Waffle Tracker, Waffle view range goes from 420 to 380. So, you know, there's 60 meters less view range. That people still going to be pissed nothing else happened. You know, they didn't play with the clip, and they didn't make the ammo less lethal, and they didn't give it more reload time, whatever. That right there is a big thing. When you lose 60 meters of view range, you got to get a lot closer to do your crap. Now, that's good for people that go in the middle of town with that thing, empty their clip, then can get behind a rock and hide while other people take the damage. But for someone that's trying to stay kind of out of the battle and just, you know, slowly pick off targets, that can be a big figure. So I know people won't be happy with it, but at least it's buffing it a little bit. The Japan, That round, the penetration goes to 212 for the 90mm AP round. STA1, STA2, STA2 black. So the penetration goes up on the 90mm round. Again, we're not going to go over the little small stuff. I don't care. Type 91 heavy. Yeah, I don't care about that. STA2, 90mm rifle gun. After shot dispersion goes down, so that's buffed. The STA2 gets buffed. Let's see. T1 Cunningham. Don't really care about them. T40. The Chaffee. Visibility after shot, 0.36. 0.26, 0.5. Okay, yep. T67 view range is dropped from the T67. Now that sucks, because that's what made that tank awesome. And to take away 30mm of view range, that sucks. Especially when I bet you they left. I didn't look at the French. It was way back there. But the whatever that one is there, tank destroyer tier 3. I believe it's tier 3. If I'm not mistaken. It has like a 400-meter view range. So to take away from the T67 like that's a, I don't know. That's a nerf that I don't like. That one I don't like. You suck, Wargaming. M44 turret 2 M44. What? Turret 1 M44 equals turret 2 M44. Okay. Whatever. T37 invisibility while moving went up. Visibility stationary went up. So that's buffed. I mean nerfed. 26 to invisibility after shot. So that all got nerfed across the board if I'm not mistaken. 18 Hellcat turret resistance. Terrain resistance is one. The terrain resistance got nerfed on the Hellcat. That thing didn't turn to begin with. They made it worse? I don't understand that one either. That thing couldn't turn. I mean, you're going full bore on that. It takes a mile for it to spin around in a circle. But then again, now you have the handbrake. No, but handbrake doesn't work on tank destroyers. Yeah, that's bullshit. That's just me, though. I like the Hellcat, so. M6, invisibility while moving. Nerfed. Visibility while stationary. Nerfed. Not a lot, though, but view range went up, though. So the view range went up on to the same distance as the T67, right? 350 to 320. Oh no, so the the view range on the M6 heavy is better than the tank destroyer. Yep, of course it is a tier 5, I guess, compared to a tier 6. Yeah, whatever. T28 prototype can now mount ventilation. Why? It's an open top freaking tank destroyer. How come you need vents? Child, please. Alright. M56 Scorpion. Reverse speed is faster. It needs it. Haha. M46 Patton. The 105 T5 1M2 shot dispersion during turret rotation is buffed. So that's always good. The E3 invisibility while moving. Buffed. Visibility while stationary. Buffed. Shot dispersion while vehicle rotation. Buffed. Turret rotation speed. Buffed. So they buffed the E3. It needed it, right? It needed a buff. It needed buffs all the way across the board. But the E4 loses some of its view range. Oh, goodness. Okay. M48 Patton. Reload time got buffed. Aim time got buffed. And dispersion on turret rotation got buffed. So that's always good. It needs it. Let's see. Again, we're going to skip all the lower tier ones, because I don't want to make this video 44 hours long, an hour's long enough. Sherman Firefly. Terrain resistance was buffed. Achilles. Invisibility was nerfed a little bit. Not much, but just a hair. The Burt. 0.17 to 0.13, so that got buffed. 3.5 to 2.6 buffed. Fire burn per second? Fire burn per second? Okay. I have no idea what that means. Fire burn per second? Oh, when it burned, the burn rate. Okay. The burn rate went down, I think is what that means. Burn rate per second would be what I would have put. Not fire burn per second. Burn rate per second, okay. Comet. Gun depression got buffed on both guns. Them two guns anyways. AT-7, yeah. Challenger. Visibility while moving got nerfed. Visibility while stationary got nerfed. View range, but the view range went up on both of the turrets. The Death Star view range went from 400 to 390, so you lose a whole 10 meters. Yeah, okay. Russia, the 100 millimeter round penetration went up. Affects the T-44 and the T-54. KV-4, health increased by 50 on the turret 2. Reload time went down, so that got buffed. Aim time went down, so that got buffed. So the KV-4 got buffs. The 704 reload time was nerfed. SU-122 reload time was buffed. T-10 on chassis 1, terrain resistance went for a buff. Shot dispersion was buffed slightly, not much, but slightly. Same with chassis 2. IS-7 shot dispersion and vehicle movement was buffed. The shot dispersion during vehicle rotation was buffed. So, yeah. So a lot more buffs there than nerfs, I guess. Updated HD collision models. And we're getting towards the bottom down here. So let's go. We'll go through here. T1 Heavy, the hull. Got slightly more armor in the hull. T29 turret. 279, 279, 127, 127, 101, 102, so another millimeter on the back. Woohoo! T57 Heavy hull went up from 203 to 229. 51 on the side to 45, so it went down on the side, up on the front, down on the side, up on the back. Meh. The turret for the 169 went from 127 to 152, 137 to 127, so you lost 10 millimeters of armor on the side of that turret. Yeah. The T67 hull lost, holy crap, almost 10 millimeters of armor on the front. 6 on the side. That sucks, because it didn't have armor to begin with. The turret, the T49, 22, 13, lost armor, so it got nerfed there. And the armor got nerfed. Oh, a little bit of a buff on the side of the T67. So we're seeing more nerfs here on the armor values than we are buffs. M103 hull, 203 to 229, 45, 45, 45, 45. Okay, so you got a little bit more M103 hull armor. And again, this supposedly has, I don't understand why when you put in HD models, why the armor value just can't be the same. I don't get it. I don't know why they have, I think they just use it as an excuse to change stuff. Well, we updated HD and because, yeah, that just, it means the armor's thicker. Does that mean if, I just won't even go there. Okay, I won't be cynical. T-54E1 hull, 110 to 152, the same, a little bit more in the rear too. So I don't know what this M4 Sherman M30s, I don't know what that means. They're all listed there, but nothing done to them, I guess. The Burt lost armor in the hull. The turret went crappier on the side of the Death Star and the back. Lost quite a bit on the side and the back. No, it went up. Excuse me. I'm going the wrong way. Sorry. Went up on the side armor. Same in the front, up on the side, down on the back. So you got a lot more side armor on the turret of the 215B. WZ11111131, excuse me, 131. The turret armor went from 45, 45, 35, 30, 20. So you lost 5 millimeters on the side of that. The 113 hull, 120, 120, 90, 120, and 70. So you got just 30 more millimeters of armor on the side of the hull of the 113. And the turret went from 240 to 290. So that's a pretty big buff. 160 to 180 on the side. So the 113 got the big buffs that the computers had for a while with the dispersion and the speed, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the elevation of the gun was a little bit better. And then you get better armor. So that's going to make that tank a much better tank. T127. No, you didn't mess with my T127, did you? Oh, no, you didn't. You know, you took out 5 millimeters on the back of my turret. That's not a big deal. I don't care about that one. I was gonna get all bitch ass in this video. I was gonna go nuts, people. KV5, the IS-3 turret, 175, 175. So you'd lost armor on the side of the Kirovitz 1 turret for the IS-3. Yeah, nothing special there. Germany, nothing big there either. So that's pretty much the rundown of the update. You know, is it a good update? The physics would be cool, again, but when I look back and you see that they're going to have that automatic flipping back over, it just, I have a funny feeling that that's just going to make the younger, immature idiots just constantly flip over. I mean, the game's going to be even more hell for the next 2, 3, 4 weeks after this is released. At least. Because they're just, hey, you want this? Can I flip over this rock over here? Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, next rock. And whatever. Great idea up until the point right there where it says to help unintentional flips. You know, if you don't need an unintentional, if you unintentionally flip, you're fudged. And if you're going to do that, you make it 30 seconds. Make yourself have to pay for it. So if you are in a battle area, if you're stupid enough to not be cautious enough not to flip over in an area where you're under fire, you should die. In real, I know this isn't a simulator, I know it's not real tanks and blah, 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 blah. But if you flip a tank over, your tanking is done. You're climbing out the bottom and hoping to walk back to wherever. You don't get to, oh, just wait, boys, we're going to flip back over. And, oh, 6, 3, 4, 3, 2, okay, here we go, boys. Get on her. No. No wargaming. No. I understand why you're doing it. Because you gotta, with them little kids, you gotta, well, when they flip it over, they don't want them pissed off. And there's gonna be little kids out there that flip it over and then they're going to be mad, and they're not going to want to play. I don't want them little kids playing anyways. Seriously. I'm okay with this. Okay, you know something? I'm going to even redo this. I'm okay with this up to tier 4. Flip the tanks back over tier 4 in 10 seconds. Once you hit tier 5, it should go to 30 seconds, if it's going to auto-flip at all. And I don't think there should be an auto-flip back over at all. But if you got to implement it, after tier 5 and up, it should be 30 seconds minimum. Because you should be smart enough at that point to not flip your tank over. And if you do, you gotta sit there and say, oh, crap, I screwed up there. I'll learn my lesson. I gotta be more careful. Not, well, no big deal. I'll just flip back over in 10 seconds. Bad idea, wargaming. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a peon that plays your game. Actually, it doesn't play it very often now. In the last 6 months, so probably 4 months. It's getting too stupid. It's just getting too catered to the little kid. And I'm finding other games to play, so, you know, it is what it is. But that's a rundown of the update. Hope you enjoyed it. Cross your fingers that maybe they'll change that auto flip thing. Maybe you guys like it. I particularly think that it's bullshit. I mean, I like the flipping over. I like that idea. I like the handbrake. But, you know, to beat a dead horse, nope, it's still dead, but it shouldn't be auto flipping. It just, you screw up. If you're worried about kids do it up to tier 4, because in my mind, my 7-year-old, well, she's now 8, even my 10-year-old, who's now almost 11, oh my gosh, she's going to be 11 in a couple weeks. If they want to play this game, I'm fine with it. I don't let them play anything over tier 5. And I don't let them play on my account. They have their own little account they play on and that they share to play. And, you know, why would I ever let my account out with a kid in tier 9 that doesn't know what they're doing? Rolling tanks over and, oh, well, we're going to flip back over. No big deal. So, you know, it's all in the parenting. Kids parent your kids right. I mean, parents parent your kids right. Don't let them play tier 8 and 9 and 10 or 7, 6, or 5. So, yeah, that's just my rant. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something. If you didn't, go read it for yourself. If I missed anything that you wanted me to slow down on, too bad. Tough luck. You get what you get. Don't throw a fit. You know, don't be so lazy. Go open the webpage yourself and read. All right. Have a nice night, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Comment, rate, subscribe. And see you on the battlefield. Remember, shoot the red ones.